quick update. So I started on this wiring for my power harness, and I ended up buying this. It's like a GT130, and I was thinking this was going to go with the other connector, but this is the power to the coils, the red with white. This goes into the ECU harness, and this doesn't accept 12 gauge, so I kind of screwed up with that. But I ordered a GT280 connector for here, and I bought 280 pins, but I found out that these are Metropack 280 pins, which is a different style connector. So I bought a Metropack Circle 7 pin for this, so I only got 4 now, but I can expand in the future. But you got battery power, black is ground, there is ignition power, telling all that stuff to activate, and you have ground. But in case I want to add more stuff and bring it out, I'm getting a 7 pin. This is an 8 pin, and it's going to have 6 used, and that's the GT. I also got an 8 pin for here, so I'll put this there. Then I need to just get some GT 280 pins and reconvert this to that, so I can get the 12 gauge in, because this only accepts the biggest it accepts is a 14 gauge. So I'll do that later. I'll update. But this has stuff like red is power for the drive-by-wire, green is the ECU grounding to turn the fuel pump on, orange is the ECU grounding to turn the relay on for the drive-by-wire, purple with white is the fuel injector power, this yellow is the power wire to the ECU. Like I said, this one's going to be power to the coils for the ignition. So then that's that. So then I already got one installed, but you can see I got Frana axle stubs made out of 300M material. This is the Cusco stub for my Cusco rear diff. It's a nice piece. It's going to be stronger. People have been known to break the Cusco stubs. They always break here. Granted, it's a real thin stub, but if I start breaking this, I got ideas for the future. But anyway, the circlip, what I found out was that what Cusco did was they took, basically this was a stock open diff axle, right? Then they took this channel and they ground it deeper to accept a circlip, because the stock LSD or an open diff goes in, and you take this back housing off, and there's a little C-clip you slide in behind the side gear. But obviously you can't do that with an LSD, so the circlip. So I thought they were just going to use the stock LSD circlip, but here's a Cusco one is like 2 millimeters, so, and a stock LSD is like 2.3 millimeter. So what I ended up finding out is the circlip they use is a stock front axle circlip. So I ended up buying some and putting it on. But as you can see, it's like they almost 100%, it's the same spline, same diameter. Obviously the seal diameter, well, this is the seal actually. I have to measure if the seal's different or not. Let's do it real quick for fun. So Toyota on the seal has 35.2, and what's this one? It's the same seal diameter too. So you could theoretically, it's a little off. This might be the seal. I gotta look at it more close. But you could theoretically almost have something made with this bolt pattern and have stronger rear axles made if it comes to that point. Pat Chinsu had that idea. He told me about it. But anyway, as you can see, this is the front circlip. That's what Cusco uses. So if anyone breaks a Cusco end, just get an open diff end, grind this deeper, get a front axle circlip, put it on, and pop it in. And that's all it is. So that's my update for now. I'll get this in, and I'll get the connectors and terminals for this and finish that up. Once I get this mounted on that aluminum plate and get this all wired to there, then I'm going to start getting the engine bay going. It's slow going, but I'll get there.